What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And we got Miss Courtney in the house. So, oh man. So what we're going to get into today is we got eBay sales, we got Poshmark sales, we got TrueGather sales, and we're going to get into some YouTube strategy, something new I'm working on that most of you probably already know, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper into my intentions, and let's see where we are. First off, we're going to talk about the counterfeit takedowns yesterday. I've heard nothing back thus far from eBay. What I did do is go in to my store, get on all my beer items, Budweiser, Bud Light, etc., etc. Even if they were stadium giveaways with unbranded tags, I put Anheuser-Busch as the brand. Then I was hitting other name brands that I could think of in my store and just kind of doing a random search. I did like Miller Lite, but I'm sure that's probably not big enough. But just in case, because there's a lot of the Miller Lite hats are all giveaways under unbranded hats. Sometimes they have a Miller tag, but put those under all Miller. Any Chevy items, Chevy gives a lot. See, a lot of these big companies, they give away stuff, promotional items. So when they do, they're made as cheap as possible. So they're not put on a high branded hat. So like the Chevy ones, if it don't have the GM trademark or tag on them, some of them will be giveaways that with no tag or no brand. So I put them under GM or Chevrolet, whichever one I did. Made sure all my Toyota hats were under Toyota. What was weird is like the Starbucks hat that was taken down. It was taken down off a couple of the international sites, but wasn't taken down off the U.S. site. So it's kind of here and there. It's very sporadic. So not sure what to make of that. So I went ahead and put Starbucks in the brand on the U.S. one that's left. And just did all that. So we'll see. I'm sure I missed something, but we'll see. So that's what I'm just going to start doing from here on out in hopes to eliminate that bot taking those down. And we'll see what happens. So nothing was taken down last night, so that's good. We'll get into numbers of eBay also, and we'll get into more of the numbers of YouTube since it's Friday. And like I said, I got more to add to YouTube, my YouTube strategies going forward. So, which I'm excited about. The long-term situation I'm creating and what it could be. So, today, as you know, I mean, a lot of resellers turned into content creators, and there are some of the bigger ones that is the majority of their income now. It surpassed the eBay, what they were doing on eBay, which kind of gives more entertainment than value, in my opinion. I don't sit down and watch them or watch a lot of them, but when your main thing is sell, that's your bread and butter, but then the entertainment part of it, if you will, education, entertainment, whatever you want to call it, becomes much bigger than that, then that kind of takes a back seat because you're more focused on creating the content, getting that perfect thumbnail, making sure it gets X amount of views. And you I'm not saying everybody does this, but is what it feels to me. Your attention goes away from the reselling. So it can be misleading because you may think this person's doing so great because they're a great reseller because they got a lot of YouTube views, but it's quite the opposite. There could be failing over here and you wouldn't even know it because they're making tons of money over here to make up for it. So I am taking the opposite approach to that. And I'm always going to try to keep the opposite approach to that no matter what happens on the YouTube side. So, and of course, maybe when I'm quote unquote retired in 10 to 12 years, that may change. You know, I may not be able to get up and down the steps as easy. You know, who knows? You lose your eyesight. Anything can happen as you get older. So I'm saying for now, for the next foreseeable future, that's the way it's going to be. But if it ever switches, you know, I say everything and I will be upfront about it all. And then I will still try to focus more on, I'm trying to learn from their situations. I don't want to be that person. I think the fact that maybe I'm going probably longer in the resale game as opposed to they, because a lot of them, they've only been doing it for 6 years, say, and they're making total bank on YouTube, which means, you know, my first years of reselling, I made a lot of mistakes. Well, when you have that extra income to make up for it, you can hide a lot of those mistakes and not share them with you, and you may end up making those mistakes. So I'm hoping that my longevity in the reselling will kind of counteract any of that, and this will always stay like the bonus game, if you will. So we're kind of early this morning. We're going on 8 a.m. Down 18.6% from last month. Just not, still pretty crappy. What I decided to do for September is leave all my sales, all my percentages and promotion exactly the same. And I want to see if it goes down again. If it goes down again another month with everything that stays the same, something is terribly, terribly wrong. Because August should have been going up for me. September should be going up for me. So if I go down again, I've gone down the last 2 months. So this past month, August was down 18-ish% from July when it should have been up about 20%. So if it goes down again in September, I am going to have to try to, you know, figure something out. And kind of already are with the cross listing. You know, we're on that route of doing something different. So we'll look at Poshmark numbers too today since it's Friday. So yesterday, the last day of August, compared to last year, did $573, down 20%. 33 items sold, down 28%. Average price per item, $17.37, up 12%. So that's good. For the entire month, compared to the same month last year, we are at $19,189, down 28% from last year. So that kind of shows you the difference between this August and last August when I've got more items listed. Selling cost right at 45%, so perfect, under 50. Quantity sold, $1,184, down 27% on even the items. So, and actually my cost per item is down $16.21, down 1.2%. All right, what was the traffic split yesterday? More on the normal on the organic side, 14 organic, but only 19 promoted. So not much more. 57-43 split. So it's almost like the promoted was off yesterday. And nothing was changed. So at, we'll just call it 8 a.m., 1 item sold, 0 organic, 1 promoted. Yeah. 8 a.m., 1 item. Overnight was shut off again. I got $10. That being said, since Adrian shipped a little later last night, I only have 4 eBay orders this early. But like I said, I got 2 Posh and I got 1 True Gather to go with it, though. But let's see, yeah. So between 11:30 last night, well, actually, we can go back to 10:30. Between 10:30 and 8 o'clock now, 2 items sold. If you go 11:30 to now, 1 item sold. If you go back to 9:30 to 8 now, we're at 1, 2, 3 items sold. So 3 items sold in about 10-ish hours. So definitely shut off again last night. And I just sold another Posh. So that's cool. So we'll go ahead and pull that one and get that out of the way too. After we get into a little YouTube strategy, and we'll look at YouTube numbers and such, just in case it's something you're trying to do also, grow a YouTube channel, and or give you another point of view on something you may be able to do. And so we're going to look at my channel, and then we're going to look at the new channel, and I'm going to give you a lot more detail about the new channel, because you would be starting new also. So, all right, so this channel, in the past 7 days, the views were 17.2 thousand, 36% less. I didn't upload as many, actually really not much evening videos, except Jan's video last night, which really none of you guys watched. Only about 400 of you guys watched, but that's still fine. I appreciate any watches. Watch time, 4.2 thousand, 22% less. Subscribers, 27, 50% less than the previous 7 days. And the week before, I got a lot of you new subscribers on here, so that was good. Estimated revenue for last week, $230. I know that's way down, because I'm usually in the threes plus. So that's way down. So definitely went downhill on the YouTube. Side of things. So I feel like I'm missing stuff. I'm not, of course, you know, I don't organize when I talk. So the new YouTube channel. Now, Dolly does whatever. The link is below all these videos, if you decide you want to watch stupidity at its finest, or at its worst, whichever. Now, when you see this video, this channel, what do you see? That's my question to you. What do you see when you see me doing these videos, these Dolly Does Everythings? What do you think? What do you see when you watch? I want you to comment below. No matter what, good, bad, ugly, it's not for everybody. I can guarantee that. And there's a point to that. There's always a method to my madness, beyond having fun and doing something enjoyable and goofy. So put below what you think when you see this channel. And then I'm going to tell you the true intentions of this channel. So we'll go over the numbers first, and then we'll get into the more details of what I'm creating here. And if you're a reseller, you'll want to pay attention. All right, so my numbers. So we're only, what, 3 full days in. 3 full days into a new channel. In order to get monetized on YouTube, you need 4,000 watch hours for the year. Yesterday I was thinking a month, and Lonnie from Shed Flips corrected me on my Facebook page, which is weird because I Googled it to see, and then when for some reason I'm thinking, I just kind of, I guess, half-assed read it, because I thought 4,000 in a year, that seems pretty easy for some reason. So I thought in a month, but it's 4,000 watch hours in a year, and 1,000 subscribers. The 4,000 watch hours a year, I think it came out to like 12 or 13 hours a day. Let me see. Let me go back to my Facebook page and look. A lot of times I'll post different stuff on my Facebook page, or more stuff on my Facebook than I do here. So it comes out to 11 hours a day of watch time. All right, so 3 days in. Views, I'm at 5.2 thousand views. A lot of those, or most of those, the majority are shorts. The watch time for 3 days is 27.8 hours. So I'm almost already at the watch time per day on this channel, with only 5 videos, 2 shorts and 3 skits, if you will. Up 58 subscribers, and most of them is probably you at this point. I do notice there are a bunch of people who are not resellers who are starting to subscribe to the channel also, and that's one of the ding ding moments. So again, if you want to, please subscribe to Dolly's channel below. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Even if you don't watch the videos, that's fine. Just your support of clicking and subscribing will help the channel grow, and then you'll see where I'm going with this. So just a little help from my friends. So 58 subscribers, 27.8 watch hours at 5,000 views. So, you know, I've been trying to come up with a way to bring people other than resellers to my boring reseller life. And I was trying various things, like the whole, what's in the box, what's in the storage locker, different things like that, which has worked to an extent, but not as big as I was hoping it to be. Not yet, anyway. I'm still going that route. I'm kind of like with the Ben's haul with Jan. A lot of people like watching that kind of stuff who are not resellers also. So I'm still going to be doing that kind of stuff on this channel. Nothing's changing here, except promoting a little bit of Dolly's channel every once in a while. So as you know, or you may not, if you're a newer subscriber, my puppet Dolly, which I finally named her, used to show up on these videos just down here while I'm pulling, just whatever popped in my head at the moment, do a little skit with her. She was my employee, and it's fun. It's just something I like to do. It's just being goofy. I love being just stupid goofy, and it fits perfect into that with my headspace, because I never know what's going to pop up in my head idea wise, and now I got something to project that out and create something. And it only takes one goofy, one special, one great moment to go viral. So it's a whole nother world over there. So it's going to bring in a whole different set of watchers. Now I have it set not for children, even though it's a puppet, because it's not your normal puppet character show, right? It's going to be more adult based when it comes to comments, the verbiage used and whatever. So it's going to bring in a totally different demographic than what this channel does. But where I want to go with this is the demographic that's coming in there may not be resellers, but they are consumers. Everybody is a consumer to some nature. So on this channel, I am going to have mostly consumers, as opposed to on this channel, it's mostly resellers. So you're getting value out of any information I may be giving. That they're getting the value out of laughter, smiling, telling me how much of a loser I am, etc., which is all perfect. Any reaction anywhere is perfect, but especially over there, because I'm not trying to do this perfect polished thing. Not that I try to do that here either, but it's supposed to be more chaotic over there. So I expect more negative comments. I'm hoping for more negative comments because that just helps you grow your channel. But as I stated before, she is an employee of mine. So you see where I'm going. After this channel gets so big, then I can start doing a crossover on that channel with some of my selling content-ish. Like we could do a skit down here about selling an item, about buying an item, which will in turn, I can promote my eBay store, my Posh store on that channel also. But I'll be promoting them to consumers as opposed to promoting them to resellers. So on here, your guys' support of the Vendoo, which is, I got a great story. If you didn't read my comments, I'm going to get to that. You guys support my Vendoo because it works for you and it's something you can use. And you support my GiroPack affiliate links all below. You can save money by using the codes and my links below. Those benefit you. So you guys can support those here to great extents. I don't expect you guys to go into my store and buy things, even though you do, and I appreciate that. Especially the big turnout for the Vern stickers, which still got tons of them left. So over there, they're not necessarily going to be using my affiliate link for GiroPacks. They're not going to be using my affiliate link for Vendoo. They may not be buying a Vern sticker, but they may buy a Dolly sticker. They may look at something I'm promoting down here, an interaction with a stuffed animal. The puppet interacts with the stuffed animal. The stuffed animal's for sale on eBay. Oh, I like that stuffed animal. I'm going to go buy that stuffed animal. Going to bring in a totally different set of eyeballs to my reselling business. So I've got it connected with my business. It's a business venture. So any money I make off that, it's going straight into the business. So I've got to promote the business on there to make it all mush. So she is an employee of the business. She's got her own channel. And when I do it, though, I'm going to try to, of course, try to do it in a different perspective, like a boss employee kind of interaction, skits, if you will, type of thing. Or just goofiness with, like I said, another plush or with whatever item comes in that I end up selling. So it's going to be a cool crossover in my eyes, and it's going to bring a whole different eyeballs to my business and to my eBay store, hopefully. So that is the long-term goal. You have people who do YouTube auctions, do live sales, if you will. That's what I meant, live sales, live auctions, whichever. You have the shopping network on cable, right? You have channels out there who sell so much merch because the people watching are entertained or love the character on screen. So I'm trying to take all that and put it over here into a YouTube channel to create something totally different that's going to help the business in the long term. Plus, first and foremost, it's enjoyable for me It's creative for me. It's stupid goofy for me. And I don't still doing little just shorts that are unedited where I just hit the on button and I go, and in 2 minutes it's over with. So super quick videos, super funny videos to me, and that's what matters. If I laugh at it, then at least one other person's going to laugh at it. So that's the way I kind of look at it. So it's going to be a win-win, hopefully, no matter what. I mean, even if it doesn't really sell anything in the store, the fact that I can build it up and earn revenue on that YouTube channel alone, just for 2 or 3 minute skits and little, 8-second shorts. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And of course, this is another business adventure, quote unquote, for me, something to expand on. And I'm going to share all that information with you guys on here because, as we've been saying, eBay's been totally messed up and we have to find other avenues. So I found other avenues with the reselling. Well, then why haven't I found another avenue with bringing more eyes onto this channel? Well, let's try a separate channel and see what happens with that. So that's where I'm going. So we'll see what happens. So I like the fact that I enjoy it and it doesn't take, I may do a like 3-minute video in a day, which is only 3 minutes at a time, upload it and done, or 8-10 second skit short, boom, done, over. So I think it was a dentist. I went there yesterday. So we'll see how it goes, and maybe that'll give you ideas if on something that you might want to do or something else that you enjoy doing, and you go, hey, I got a YouTube channel for reselling. I've got something totally different. Let me try what James is trying, or whatever. So who's to say that channel won't be bigger than this channel? And if that does, that's even better. Because like I said, they're all consumers. They're all going to be consumers over there. So if that channel blows up to 1 million, while this one's still stuck at 20,000, if you will, by the time it gets to 1 million, maybe I'm at 20,000 over here. Nice streaming, right? But still, anything's possible. So that's 1 million consumer eyes. You know what I mean? So that finding customers for your business, it's almost like getting paid to advertise is the way you kind of look at it. How much does it take to run a commercial for your store? How much does it take to promote your store on Facebook, to promote your items on eBay? How much money is that eating up out of your bottom line? Well, if you can make something on YouTube that gets eyeballs on your business and you're getting paid by YouTube to create this content, create these commercials for your business, then that's a win-win, because you're not paying to get the eyes on it. You're actually getting paid to put eyes on your business. So seems like a no-brainer to me. If you have that creative outlet, or not even just creative outlet, if you have a different skill set. I'm not saying mine's a skill. I'm trying to give you guys ideas. Say you sell car parts on eBay, and you have a reselling channel about selling car parts. But what if you started a reaction video channel about cars? About a friend of mine just started a reaction video. I finally talked him into it. He started a reaction video, and he is showing like wrecked cars and stuff like that to start out, to get comfortable with it. And that gave me the idea, well, if you sell car parts, then you could have a reaction video about car wrecks, car information, whatever. I mean, there's a million different contents out there with cars involved. And then you could promote your reselling car parts on eBay on that channel. So that's just an example. So just kind of something different way of looking at things. So we'll see what happens. But let's do some questions and comments, and then we will see what's going on. But first, Vendoo. Thank you guys. I don't know why Jan keeps calling me. I'm going to have to stop this. And all right, that was Jan. She's very navigationally challenged. All right. Let's do some question comments. But anyway, Vendoo. It seems I won a little over $15,000 in Vendoo from Vendoo, and that's going to be used as credit to my monthly Vendooville. So, because of you guys, and it was some affiliate contest that I didn't even know existed. I got the email, thought it was fake, and I'm like, well, it has a little celebration like the Vendoo affiliate does, and I'm like, looked at all the URLs and stuff, and it was all coming from Vendoo. I'm like, okay, I guess this is a real thing. So I don't have to pay for Vendoo for a year and a half now because of you guys supporting on the affiliate link. So thank you guys. That was totally out of the blue, unexpected yesterday. So that was pretty cool. All right. Let's get started. A response on my Create 200 listings fast on eBay. Awesome video. Very much enjoyed the detail you explaining and seeing how your process works. What I don't quite understand, why not first take pictures, transfer pictures to PC, and then do the listing in full? Well, you can. That's just not the way I do it, and the video shows. The way I do it is because it's quicker. You take the pictures with the camera, then take the time to put it out there, put it in your computer, transfer it over. If you make the draft first, then you just take the pictures, 2 snaps, and it's done. There's not snap, pull, plug, drag. Sure, you might only have to do that once every 200 pictures or whatever, but still, that's a little bit of extra time. That little bit of extra time adds up if you're trying to do a lot. If you're only trying to do 10, 20, even 50 a day, I mean, even if you're doing 200 a day, you can do it that way. It's just going to take you 2 minutes longer. But then again, to pull over 200 items on a camera, say 5 pictures a piece, 2, 4, 6, 8, it's 1,000 pictures. How long does it take you to drag 1,000 pictures over into your computer? Then you have the challenge of, are they perfectly in line with you adding them to your draft? Click on the draft. You got to, highlight them. Make sure you don't have an extra one. Make sure you got them all. Bring them in. It's just a lot of extra steps. A lot of extra mistakes can happen. Then you scroll down. Okay, where is it? Okay, that's the one I'm working on now. It can be very unorganized. I've done it that way, and I have no problems doing it that way again if I have to. It is slower because it's more unorganized-ish, especially if you do like items. If I did 10 cardinal hats in a row, it may take me an extra second to make sure I'm getting the correct cardinal hat with the cardinal draft. So there's a lot more chances for errors than just draft, boom, 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 done. So it can be done. It just takes a little bit more time, and a little bit more potential problems. Hooray for Vendoo. The M with the turtle is Maryland Terrapins. Yeah, Alex told me that yesterday, my son. So thank you for that. I'll have to remember when I get to it today. Teamwork make the dream work. All right. For some of us, the outlet is the only source still keeping the bills paid. Really wish all the YouTubers would not be advertising this to millions of viewers and potential competitors. Oh my God. First off, if you can't find things at the bins to sell on YouTube or on eBay, that's your problem. That's your failure. not the YouTubers. All right. Second off, Goodwill. Everybody knows the Goodwill name. Okay. That's second. How many items are in that Goodwill? How many items can sellers sell in that Goodwill bins location? Thousands. So if you're struggling in a bins, it's because your knowledge is not big enough. Learn some more stuff. There's an old adage, and it goes without saying with everything in life, from caveman days to hell, even COVID, unfortunately, to reselling, to banking, to whatever. Only the strong survive. How do you become strong? Knowledge and money. That's how you become strong in this world, at least in this country, unfortunately. But fortunately, because you have an open source of knowledge at your fingertips, in front of your eyeballs, across the board. If you struggle to find success selling bins items, that's on you. It's not on the YouTubers. Hate to be harsh there, but that is the reality of the situation. You can't be lazy. You've got to work hard. You got to learn hard if you want to survive. This is not an easy business, so don't expect it to be easy business. That's just the way it is. Bottom line, every reseller already knows about the bins, and 99.99% of other people don't have what it takes to be a successful reseller. I think you're safe. That was the response. 100% agree. Everybody already knows about it. It's Goodwill. It's the bins. And a lot of people, like you said, don't have the gumption, the fortitude, the drive to be successful at it because they're unwilling to learn, or they're unwilling to go every day if they have to. They're unwilling to put effort in. And then there's a lot of people who won't even touch the Goodwill bins because, ew. So if you fail, it's on you, because there are thousands and thousands. Jan walked into the Goodwill bins. All right, ours is set up. It doesn't change every 20 minutes. They open at 10 a.m. They close at 1. They open at 3. They close at 6. So there's 2 complete switch outs during the day. Jan walked in an hour and a half after they opened. I could walk in there 5 minutes before they're closing and find something to resell after the whole place has been picked over, because my knowledge allows me to do that. Jan went in an hour and a half. She don't have everyday contact with reselling like I do. She just knows from watching me and interacting with me and seeing here and there what I grab. She went in an hour and a half after they opened and still came home with like 4 bags of stuff that I can sell. So then the person responds back, yeah, no. Just because seasoned resellers know about the bins does not mean I want all the new sellers to saturate my outlets, even more than they already are. 2 years ago, I could literally shop alone at the bins. Nobody can ever shop alone at the bins, so you're already exaggerating the wrong way. Since all the YouTubers killed regular thrift, I could go to any thrift store right now at any moment of any day and find things to sell, so nothing's killed. And they all have been switching video titles to just sourced a 10K item at the Goodwill outlet for 50 cents, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You're blaming others for your shortfallings. And I'm going to put that right there. Do not blame others for your shortcomings. That's what I meant. And that's just, I'm not trying to be mean. That's just reality. You know, if I was saying that, I would want somebody to reality smack me. A lot of you guys did when I'm falling down that eBay rabbit hole of the site being a goof and not doing something about it. some of you guys were reality smacking me in the comments, and I appreciate that. And it took me reality smacking myself too, on top of it, to say, shake it up a little bit, James. Get out of that rut. So, reality. That's the thing about reality today. So many people are offended by it. As Tom McDonald said in one of his songs, fact ain't got no feelings. All right. Remember the eBay customer service rep told you not to worry. Yeah, right. eBay, the controlled and manipulated marketplace, is magically, don't you know? Well, and the email says it too. So if their print says no issues and there becomes issues, guess what? James is taking it a step up on it and a step further. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because if you go against your own word, then we have got a problem. And I'm going to hold you accountable for that problem. What do you do when a buyer does not update their mailing address on their eBay account and then writes, the knives were sent to the wrong address. I haven't lived at that address for over 2 years. Please refund $13.62 my card. I don't want a bad review. Well, first thing is, if it says delivered, you have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about because it's delivered. If they leave a negative, you can show the item was delivered and they'll take that negative off. So if it shows delivered, nothing to worry about. If it comes back to you, what I do is say, if it's not delivered, and they say this, I go, well, I'll let you know when it comes back to me. And leave it at that. When it comes back, I'll be like, okay, I got the item back, but I need an additional X amount to reship it since you have the wrong. No. See, I usually don't even get that far. Hold on, because you got the bad address. So normally, if I just get it, that's what I used to do. I haven't had one in a while, so let me think. So I think I just refund them when it comes back, and I relist it and tell them to reorder it. That's what I did. I just took the loss on the shipping, and that's what I do. But I don't know if that's the smartest thing to do if you're money conscious about every order. I would just try the whole, when I get it back, I'll let you know when you get it back. And then say, you can either, depending on how much it costs, you can just reship it out again and just take the hit on the chin. Or you can ask them to send X amount to your PayPal account to cover the shipping and reship it out again. But that's what I would, because chances are if you reship it out again, you've got that verbiage back and forth on eBay in the messages. So if anything did happen beyond that, like they all of a sudden did get it but didn't, and left a negative feedback on top of it, you could call eBay and say, hey, look at the messages, because they will look at the messages and the conversation between the buyer and the seller and can make a decision based on that also. So that's what I would normally do before. But now I just take the loss and just refund it when it comes back and tell them, if you want it, it's up there again, change your address before you buy it. And I don't worry about it. It's a lot easier that way. It rarely ever happens. So losing $5 here, $6 there is no big deal for me. Oh, wait, the buyer left a negative review for something I didn't do. I refunded him and have asked him to remove the negative feedback. So he left a negative on that item. If you left a negative from that item and it's showing delivered, you can get that feedback removed, because and tell them to look at the communication between you and the buyer, or you and the buyer. So yeah, just because the other was always such a pain. So when it comes back, I just refund them and just relist it. If you want it, change your address. Just because it's simple, and you're going to have loss as a business no matter what. I still have stuff weekly lost in the mail. I think I had one item in the last week and a half, which seems slowed down a little bit, so that's good. Their plan is no doubt to force everyone through authentication as a new revenue stream. It's also probably a cleanup attempt to try. Oh, you're talking about the taking the things down. No, I think it's because it was unbranded and it was a name brand thing. That's where I'm leaning toward. That would make sense. So somebody said they're targeting me. No, I think eBay is targeting you. No, I don't think it's a target thing. If you know the lawsuit and how much money they had to pay out for targeting somebody, I don't think they're going to make that mistake again. It's too easy to prove if you're being targeted by, my nose again, by computer trails, by technology these days. I don't think they're going to make that $1 million mistake again, multi-million-dollar mistake again. At least I would hope not. All right. Let's do some shipping here. We've got some Posh we'll get rid of first here. Make sure I'm recording. Okay. First up on Poshmark, sold for $7. We got Safelite Auto Glass hat. And then about 2 hours after that sold on Posh, it sold on TrueGather. It came down off eBay, but I guess it didn't come down off TrueGather fast enough. Why is my nose just itching like crazy? So I had to refund the TrueGather purchase on that. Dun, 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 dun. Next up, we've got because a lot of times when I do stuff, I take time into the factor, like the whole refunding the person event. The time it takes to keep going back and forth, corresponding with the person to make sure they got it, then they got a new address, send a new address through eBay, so there's a track record of it. You know what? I'll just relist it and change your address. So I take time into consideration on that because I just want it done and don't have to deal with it again. So that's just my point of view. So MSU Spartans hoodie sold for $15. So that's why I do it that way. It's just not worth the back and forth and all the time and the pain and the headache. So I just take the loss. If it hasn't shipped yet and somebody wants a different address, then I cancel it because of address issues, and I ask them to go in and change their address before they repurchase it again. I let them know I canceled it because you have to have the address. I only ship to addresses that you have on eBay is what I tell them. So. And most of the time they'll come back in and rebuy it. There's been a few times where people haven't, but so that might have been like part of a scam to get it sent someplace else. Who knows? Or they just was offended by my choice. All right, let me grab this other Posh that just sold. Cube 23. All right. Make sure I got the right one here. We've got a Harley Davidson t-shirt. And that sold for $12. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. All right. True Gather, we've got Amazing Grace by Bob Schneider on CD. That sold for $7.20. Headed to Massachusetts. And let me go PayPal. Oh. I don't have no idea yet today on a new Dolly video. So I have to see what comes to my head today. All right, now I gotta open the stamps. At least I'm up early. I can get more stuff listed today. So, it's Monday, Labor Day. So is the post office closed Monday, I guess? $7.6. Why are you not coming up properly? There we go. Okay. Okay. Stop messing with me. All right. Cha-ching. Hat. All right. I don't know what the heck's going on with my nose today. All right, first up we've got this calculator. I think this might have been the Found on Friday calculator. Sold for $13. Headed to San Antonio, Texas. It's a little big. Yeah, it's a little big. That's all right. Oh, man. 214. 16 by 12 by 5. All right, next up we've got Punkzilla, the compilation CD. Sold for $6.40, headed to Amarillo, Texas. Let me grab. Giro Pack. Save 10% on bubble mailers and poly bags. Use the affiliate link below and Urban Picker at checkout. Yay! Save money. Cheap shipping supplies. Yay! Alrighty then. This is Oscar. That's Chuck. Next up, we got Bare Naked Ladies on DVD. Headed to California, sold for just $5. Hope today turns into a good sale day. It's Friday, better. I like the sound of that. These DVD cases have a hard time going in these Giro packs. The ones that have the little pop open thing. Have to use the size up for those. Alright. Got 4. Jason. And lastly, we've got NFL 2K video game. On PS2, sold for $4.50. Headed to Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia. Georgia. Get in there. Seven, 6 by 9, and 420. Purchase. Confirm. Print. Yes. Jason. Oscar. And Chuck. Biggity bam. That is all. So I'm going to get to work early today. Get some stuff done. Hopefully I can come up with a couple of ideas for the new channel today. Something goofy. So thanks everybody for all the love, support, and all this and that. Please like the other channel. help me grow that 1,000, get that 1,000 sub pretty quick. That would be awesome. Help that channel grow. Much appreciated there. Geropax, Vendu, totally on the Vendu thing. Thank you, thank you. Totally unexpected, so much appreciated. So I'll try to come up with some stuff over the weekend. Maybe since I'm in this creative headspace, maybe I can do either a video I haven't done in a long time or something different. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know what I'm going to come up with. So I like being in these modes where I don't have to think about anything other than whatever pops into my head. So I like that. So could be dangerous. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.